Hello again. Well, this is a sort of a down memory lane video. When I was at university, quite a few years ago now, had to go off and leave my nice Amstrad hi-fi system behind, and I had to buy something to take with me to listen to music. And so what I bought was one of these. I got this off eBay, so it's probably not the same exact machine, but it's definitely the same model. And I thought I'd give it a go and see how it was some 40 years later. So this is the Panasonic RX-5030L radio-cassette recorder, or boombox, or ghetto blaster, whatever you want to call it. So let's have a bit of a closer look and have a look at the features. Okay, so looking a bit closer, you can see that this has got a two-way speaker system. There's about a 4 or 5 inch woofer there and a tweeter there. In the middle there's the cassette compartment. There's a tape counter. Up here you've got a meter and a stereo indicator and 4 wave bands: FM, long wave, medium wave and short wave. There's also a couple of microphones. Looking along the top, you've got tone controls that can go to more bass or treble. There's a balance control for left and right. Not sure how useful that's going to be when the speakers are only this far apart, but there we go. There's a volume control, a selector switch which is for tape or off, radio, and a sleep function. Now what the sleep function does is it turns the thing off after the cassette's finished. You've got an extendable aerial and the cassette controls. On this side there's a switch where you can have the meter off for battery level or sound level. There's an FM mode switch for mono and stereo, and this also is a beat proof, or in other units it's been called beat cut settings. Now these are for recording from medium wave, and apparently it suppresses interference from the tape deck. There's a band switch for FM, long wave, medium wave and short wave, and the tape selector for normal, ferrochrome and chromium dioxide. On the left hand side there's the power input, a 6.5mm headphone jack, 2 external speaker sockets, they're 3.5mm, stereo microphone inputs, and a DIN socket for record and play. On the right hand side there's a tuning control and a fine tuning for shortwave reception. On the back, as well as the battery compartment here, there are external aerial sockets for a shortwave or FM antenna for better reception. Right, so let's turn the thing on. This is shortwave, and one of the first things I wondered was, is there much on shortwave? And certainly not as much as when I was a student, but there's a couple of things. That's tuned in, and this is using the fine tuning control, which you can see helps tune it in better. So that's on shortwave. If you go up to FM, it's in stereo. So there we are. I haven't tried it with a tape yet, but maybe I'll give it a go at some point in the future. Right then, so that's the end of my trip down memory lane. I couldn't do the full trip down memory lane because I've thrown away all my cassettes, so I can't start listening to any of the pretentious nonsense I used to listen to when I was 18. But nevertheless, I've given it a good test on the radio. I've tried it with external speakers and it wasn't too bad. It did actually drive some little acoustic energy ones fairly well, which I was a bit surprised about. I've also tried hooking it up as a tuner via the DIN lead to my hi-fi, and it didn't really sound great. Certainly my little Amstrad I bought a couple of months ago is far better than that. But overall, you know, for sitting out in the garden listening to the football or cricket, you know, it'll do a job. Anyway, I hope you found it interesting, and thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye.